Let me get situated. Miss Bed, how's it going? How's it going, everyone? Let me start off by saying God is good. Today is another beautiful day. It's actually Thursday. I am +9 of my bone marrow surgery transfer. That means it's been 9 days since I physically have had the transfer. Woo! Has it been a journey? Yes, it has. One thing you're probably noticing is I had to go ahead and end up shaving a little hair and beard off. It started to come out. You know, I like do my hands like that on my beard. I started to see a lot of hair shedding. I didn't see it really shedding from my hair at first, and I cut my beard, and then the next day it seemed like I seen it coming from my head like simultaneously. So, I can rock the bald head, no hair on the face anyway, so that doesn't affect me mentally. I know that was a part of it. So, God is good. My my white blood cells are 0.38 this morning, which is good. The doctors say that's unheard of. My white cells are coming up so fast. It's usually over 14 days before we even start getting some positive cell counts. My platelets are doing good. All my blood work is looking good. So it seems to be that the blood is connecting with the nurse.
It's me, Harless. Just checking the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Yeah. So it seems to be the blood from the my new blood cells are connecting with the old blood cells or the new blood cells that I have in my own body, which they had to break down to nothing in order to do the transfer, remember? So my original blood cells been broke down to nothing. And then they put the new blood cells in from the bone marrow donor, which is a 10 out of 10 match. And that's from a donor not even personally related. So that's a blessing in itself. And by my body having the reactions that it's having, like you know, little slight like markings you can see, little things that you can see where they in there is mixing up. They're mixing up right now. You know what I mean? Had a little slight fever. But everything that's occurring is something that occurs when it's working, when it's doing what it's supposed to do. Your body's trying to figure out what's going on in here. You know what I'm saying? So they moving and grooving and all of that. The fatigue, I've been a little fatigued here and there, but I've been fighting through it. I've been constantly, walking, doing my walk. I was back up to a mile last night. I did a thing like a mile and another lap. You know what I mean? Last night. So that's where I was at before I had the treatment itself, the bone marrow transfer. Like that first week when I was doing chemo and radiation and all of that, I was walking a mile a day, until I couldn't no more. The lowest I think I did was like 5 laps. One day I wasn't able to do anything, but for the most part, I've been staying physically active, and that very, very important of your recovery, that you staying physical. So I haven't been vlogging every day because, it's kind of redundant because I'm not really doing too much of anything, and I don't want to be on here saying the same thing every day. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's important. If you have a comment, you have a question, anything that you would like to know, you're free to put in the comment section. And like I said, when I'm live, like it's actually live right here, I'm here, experiencing this as we're talking. You know what I'm saying? So this is as real as it gets. And you're free to ask any questions, and I'll get back with you on the comment section. And also, if you're new to the channel, I need you to like it or dislike, whatever, however you feel about it. You know what I mean? Just, leave, let's have some kind of interaction. Let me know if it's anything that I'm leaving out, anything more that you would like to talk about. Let me know in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing to the channel, it's going to pick my channel up more in the algorithm. So more people will be aware. I'll be able to be aware of this channel that I'm doing, expressing the procedure that I'm going through with this bone marrow transfer. It's very important that, I'm hit nationwide with these videos. So I got somebody already from India, that had reached out. You know what I mean? So it's getting to different places, but it's still fresh, and YouTube like a lot of interaction. So the more comments you can make, like, share, subscribe, anything, I'm asking that of you so it can help me get these videos out more for the people that really might need it. Everybody's not strong in every area. I just so happen to be a strong man mentally and physically, and this is definitely something you have to be in here. And most importantly, you got to be right with God. You got to stay right with God. Most importantly, because that's where all the blessings come, right? So on that note, I had a couple emails that was sent, couple things, questions that was asked. So I'm gonna just answer a few questions that I might have got, and we'll take it from there.
What is the biggest challenge you have faced since you began this journey?
It's a good question. Because there's so many challenges. But I think the biggest challenge that I have faced since I've been going through this is to be able to just be still. To be still and let nature take his course. Let God handle this. Like, put yourself in God's hands and just know that everything is gonna be all right with no worry, and just have faith. And don't try to react to do things yourself. I got so many different worldly things that's happening in my life at this moment. That's more so on a material level that would make you, thinking about this, you're thinking about that, you're thinking about that. And you got to keep in mind that you got your health. I got my health. I got life. Life is wealth, right? Health is wealth, right? So what more should I be thinking about, or happy about, or receiving, or glorifying more than the fact that I'm still living and free from cancer in less than a year? Man, praise God. And yet and still, it's hard for me, or it has been hard for me, just to be still. Just to be still and let God do what he's doing, the miracles that he's doing. Like walking in the sand. That one phrase, I don't know the chapter, but I remember, you walk in the sand, and when when you're going through what you're going through, and like asking God, like you only see one footprint, like where's God when you're going through it, you know? But the footprint was God because He was carrying you through it, you know? So a lot of things I don't quite have an answer for now because I'm physically going through it. So it's kind of different, you know, when I'm answering these questions because I'm not done. I'm still going through it. But for the most part, to answer that yeah, uh, just being still and letting God let go. If that answers it.
Can you describe an average day in the hospital?
Average day in the hospital. It's not like an average day. It's really a lot because, you know, they're constantly taking blood, you constantly got medicine, you constantly, you know, got so much going on with this procedure. It's not like you can just lay up in the bed and just really sleep, you know, because like every hour, every 2 hours, you know, nurse is coming in, you know, back and forth. And, you know, so the average day in the hospital, even though you're in the bed, you know, you're trying to rest, but it's really no resting like that because there's so much stuff going on in your day to day with the nurses and mid nurses or whatever you call them, you know, running in and out. So you can't get that sound sleep like you would want. So I think the average day in the hospital, I think is really a busy day. You're doing nothing, but you're still busy. If that makes any sense.
How are you keeping your mental health during this time?
Wow, so many good questions. I keep my mental health mostly in praying with God and family. You know, I have good family and friend support. I do have that, and I'm thankful for that. You know, so just staying positive, talking positive. You know, just thinking through my old situations. You know, just running my life around in my head, just thinking good, bad, and ugly, just thinking it all out, just putting everything in perspective, basically. Got to keep that mental strong, and with me, I can't just shut down. I'm a thinker, so I have to, you know, I have to think in some shape and form about something. That's how my mind reactivates. You know, I feel like when I'm out of here, you know, it's gonna be my second chance of life. You know what I mean? So just trying to figure it out, like, you know, my moves and grooves. You know, basically, just keep that mental strong. You know, gotta keep that mental strong. Your mind go, everything go after. Hmm.
Can you tell the person who isn't getting checkups how important they are?
Yes, it's very important. I was talking with someone this morning, and actually they said that they've been having stomach pains, you know, for a couple months, and we're going to the hospital, and you know they keep telling them it's this and that or whatever they say. It hasn't been. They're like, I don't know what's going on, but I know something not right, this and that. And I was like, man, you got insurance? And he said he had insurance. So I was like, homie, you need to get some blood work done. You know what I'm saying? When you just go to emergency, they don't do your blood work. You know? And he said, you know, he was 50. I said, yeah, I mean, you know, that's when I found out with my cancer situation when I was 50. You know what I mean? And it came from the tooth infection is where it kicked off at. You know what I'm saying? But I had already had made an appointment to do my blood work, just wanted to get a physical. You know, and once they did that blood work, I was already having a problem with my teeth. I had got it pulled, you know, it's probably been like 3 months or so. I'm going back and forth to the doctor saying, why it ain't never healing up. You know what I mean? They telling me all kind of different stuff. I'm going through all kind of stuff. But that blood work, when I went in and did that blood work, they called me back like, something going on with that blood. You need to come like up in here. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have, I would have died. Matter of fact, if I wouldn't have did my blood work, I would have died. So anybody, having problems or whatever, like that checkup is real. You get physical. I called in, just made point of the physical. I want to do my blood work, all of that. So I don't know if that's how you had to do it, but you got to get that blood work done. When you get that blood work done, that's when it's internal, and anything wrong, something gonna come up. So you need that blood work done. That's the life or death. Because my symptoms was low, and the toothaches that what I had with the tooth condition, I didn't realize that it was even connected, and they hadn't realized that. Now I know that the tooth is related to cancer. I know that now. I would be like, man, I gotta get my blood work done. But back then I was naive. Never would I, never would I thought that your tooth got anything to do with no cancer. You know what I'm saying? That's like night and day to me. So yeah, blood work is extremely important. Physical is extremely important, shall I say. Yep. We can read out a couple more.
What key responsibilities do you have right now since your diagnosis?
What key responsibility can you I'm not really comprehending.
I guess I would say, what key responsibilities do you have right now to yourself since you've been diagnosed and you're completely restored?
I'll come back on that one. Give me another one.
Okay. What are your expectations once you leave the hospital?
My expectation,
Of yourself?
I mean, it's all about health. When I leave the hospital, I'm gonna still be an outpatient. For that first 100 days, we going back and forth to the doctor. Checking my blood work. I'm still gonna be under close supervision, making sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to do. So, I'm still in that rebuilding stage. Trying to exercise a little bit, getting that eat right in my program, most definitely juicing, just having a whole new mindset, which I was already starting to do, before I came to do the bone marrow. Actually, when I came in to do the bone marrow, I was in top shape, as far as being healthy and everything. So, my main priority is just getting that 360-degree awareness, with this health. You know what I'm saying? Way of life, period. It's going to be the new way of life, which I used to be into fitness and all of that anyway. I just never was into the eating part of it because I worked out so much and so hard. I thought I could pretty much eat anything, but of course now I'm older, I know that that's definitely not the case. But yeah, just more of a on the health kick study program, trying to get this thing all lined up for the future.
How has your cancer diagnosis affected you and your family?
I think I'm gonna end it on that note. We done got deep enough for today. I think that's enough questions. Like they done dug in the Pandora box or something. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. So I hope that's enough questions for one day answered. Like I said, throw something in the comment section, and because people that are subscribed now and following, if you make comments, then you know what I mean, you might have someone out there that might be going through something, or they can answer too in the comment section. Like people comment each other on there. Like I said, you know, I'm an experienced YouTuber. I have another channel and all of that, so I know how to get the thing going. This is like a fresh baby right now, so needs everybody help and everybody attention, because this is gonna change a person's life. I really do feel that way. You know, when I talk about it, I could feel it like instantly, like when you just like know you're like doing something good, like nobody, what no one says, like you can feel it, like, you know, I'm doing this from the goodwill of my heart and what God's telling me to do and what I believe that, you know, He wants me to do. You know what I'm saying? Continue to lead in whatever I'm doing. That's why, you know, if you guys seen videos before, you can see different stages that I've been in here. You know, I seen videos. Ooh man, you look toe up. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's real. But you see now, it's the 9th day, and I feel healthy. I feel good. My voice sounds strong. You know what I mean? I feel pretty strong. I'm feeling good. I really am. I'm feeling blessed. So on that note, you guys have a good day, and any questions, any comments, get at me. I'm out.